Welcome back to part 2 of scientific notation, day 2. Today, in this part of the video, we are going to look at perform operations with scientific notation. That means we're going to multiply and divide. We're working with exponents here, so you want to use the product rule if you're multiplying, which says, excuse me, x to the m times x to the n equals x to the m plus n. Or the quotient rule, which is x to the m divided by x to the n, which equals x to the m minus n. Well, let's look here first. First one we got is 7.2 times 10 to the third times 1.6 times 10 to the fourth. Okay. So what you kind of want to do here is you want to rearrange. This is all multiplication, so we can change some stuff around. 7.2 times 1.6. We're going to put our numbers together, and we are going to put our exponents together. Now let's do some math. 7.2 times 1.6 becomes 11.52. And we got 10 to the third times 10 to the fourth. Keep going. 11.52 times 10 to the 3. This is the product rule, so it's 3 plus 4. So we're going to get 11.52 times 10 to the 7th. That's not done yet because this is not scientific notation. This part is not scientific notation. Why? Because we had to move this decimal place 1 over to get a number between 1 and 10. So we're going to change it to 1.152. And since we moved the decimal to the left, we move it to the left and make it smaller, this number has to actually get added the number of spaces we moved to the left. Okay, so we moved 1 space to the left, so I gotta do 7 plus 1, which is 8. Then that is scientific notation. Sorry for you, man, that one. Okay, let's extend this down a little bit here, just to kind of talk about it. If you put into a calculator 11.52 times 10 to the 7th, you're going to get 2000000. 11.52, we moved it 7 times, so from here, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you would have 115,200,000. If I put 1.152 times 10 to the 8th into a calculator, I would get the same thing. And I know you'd say, well, if you get the same thing, why can't we write it this first way? Well, that's just not scientific notation. So you want to make sure that it is in correct scientific notation form. Let's practice some more. This is now a quotient rule. 8.37 times 10 to the 8th divided by 2.7 times 10 to the third. Again, we're just going to rearrange a little bit here. 8.37 times 2.7, which is 10 to the 8th and 10 to the third. 8.37 divided by 2.7 is 3.1. And then we're going to do 10 to the 8 minus 3. That's quotient rule. We're going to keep going. 3.1 stays the same. 10 to the 8 minus 3 is 5. Notice that our decimal point is right after the first number. This number is between 1 and 10. So that is your final answer. And you are done. Pretty great, huh? Separating the constants and the exponents. Okay, see if you can do these two by yourself without me. Pause the video. If you need help, you can always watch through some parts of it. Pause it and see if you can get the correct answers. Hey, welcome back. We're going to do 2.63 times 1.2 and 10 to the fourth times 10 to the negative third. And 2.63 times 1.2 is 3.156 times 10 to the 4 minus negative 3, which is 4 plus 3. So we're going to get 3.156 times, nope, should be plus negative, sorry. Should be plus, we should be adding these because this is a product rule. So we're going to do 4 minus 3, which is 10 to the first. And you're done. That's all it is. Let's try one more with their division. We're going to separate 7 and 3, and we're going to multiply that by 10 to the 9th divided by 10 to the 8th. Well, 7 divided by 3, we're going to approximate this one. We're going to say approximately 2.3. And we're going to multiply that by 10 to the 9 minus 8 because it is a quotient rule. So we're going to get approximately 2.3 times 10 to the first. And you are all done. That's it for part 2 of this video. Come on back to check part 3. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great day.